What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, as Solana's price starts to pull back towards the $40 to $41 area, many people are questioning exactly what is going to happen next. Are we about to start to see this thing really crash, or is this just a nice little pullback before continuation? Well, I'm going to try my best to give you my opinion on that and exactly what I am doing to prepare for it. So let's not waste any time at all, and let's get straight into today's video. So looking at Solana, of course, we are at about $41.15 after seeing just around $48 2 days ago, looking like a pullback of roughly 15%. Now, this does come off of this huge pump that we did see to the upside here, especially as we did put in what many consider to be a bit of a W bottom here, or a bit of an Adam and Eve pattern on a little bit more of a macro scale. So we have many bullish indicators and many bullish structures forming towards the downside here. So this pump has been absolutely amazing. Well, now that we are getting this pullback to the downside again, people are questioning, well, was this, a bit of a fake out into a continuation, similar to what we saw back in February, right? In which we saw a bit of a fake out into a continuation. Or are we actually going to start to see some momentum here in continuation to the upside? Well, of course, I have no way of knowing exactly what's going to happen, but I can give you guys the things I'm looking for to confirm what's happening. So let's talk about what needs to happen for Solana to continue to the top side. Let's start with the bullish scenario. Where do we need to find support? At what indicators do we need to see start to turn around? And exactly how can we confirm this so we know that a good buy could be on the way? Well, I've been looking at this thing in the form of waves, right? I've been looking at this kind of with the mindset that we're possibly going into wave 4 here, right? We put in this wave 1, we came now for a wave 2, which was a bit of a double bottom wave 2, and it looks like now that we have put in a bit of a higher high here, we could have wave 3. So one could very possibly go to say that we may very well put in a wave 4 and push into this wave 5 to fully get ourselves out of this ugly little bottom that we've been trying to put in here and really get an extensive wave 5 that gets us back into some bullish territory. I think that's very fair. And so since there is a possibility of that, let's talk about what needs to happen. Well, what needs to happen is obviously that we put in this wave 4, the wave that we're currently in right now, in my opinion, or above the previous wave 2, which is looking at currently roughly about $30.78. So to make that simple is we just need to put in a higher low from what we saw back here. And that's a little bit obvious, right? In an uptrend, you have what? Higher highs and higher lows. So we obviously have the higher high. Now we just need the higher low. Well, at what point am I looking for that to happen? Well, I'm looking between $40 and $38.20. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm basing it off of this bit of a W/double bottom that we put in here. Now, considering the fact that we were in an uptrend and then we put in this double bottom, it's a little bit less structurally sound, but I do believe it is important in terms of zones of significance. And what I mean by that is as we do put in these double bottom structures, what tends to happen is that we have this level that I call the MLR, the mid-level of resistance, right here. Whenever you have a bit of a W, this is the most important level right here. And what we can see is that this little zone between where we wick and where we closed was between $40 and $38.27. And if we are going to continue to the downside, I think that if we're going to find support, it'll have to be on this zone. I think if we lose this zone, we fall below $38, there's a strong likelihood we do start to push towards $34 to $33, and I doubt we're going to put in a triple bottom here. I just don't see that happening, or possibly some type of head and shoulders, and we just don't want to see that happen, right? So best case scenario is that we find support above $40 and $38.27. Now, if we look at the hourly charts, you can see that this has started to happen. We came straight down to this previous zone right here. This is the MLR. Boom. We came straight down to this zone and immediately found some, a little bit of support and continuation. Off of that zone, our hourly MACD did flip bullish, as well as the fact that our RSI turned upwards as we reach this quote-unquote oversold territory. So you can very clearly see that $40 to $38, our red zone, is extremely important, but it comes down to the idea that do we hold it and then continue back up towards the top side, right? So the biggest thing that I would say right now is look for $40.38 to hold, and then look for the breakout back above $48. That's the easiest way, in my opinion, to go about it. I would want to see that we hold support and we break back above this $48 level. If we do this, if we get back right here, this is the level I will accumulate. We have confirmed that we went into wave 4. One could even honestly say, if we put that in, there's an honest ability to kind of say that we may have even put in, we may still be on a wave 3, right? We could very possibly still be on a wave 3 before a more extensive wave 4. But in the short term here, if we're able to do so, I do believe there's a likelihood we do start to push up back to this next level of liquidity around $60. And I think that there could be some fantastic gains to be made of up to 20% between $48 to $60 is we do start to close this gap between key level of resistance number 2 and key level of resistance number 3, right? We started with number 1 right here. Once we broke that, we went up to number 2. Now we're going to number 3. So I think from zone 2 to zone 3, this could be a beautiful trade with a buy going in around $48 to $49, looking to take profits around $59, or just a good spot to average in, because I think that does open up the door to some upside growth here. Okay, so overall, be on the lookout. We need to see this wave 4 get put in. We need to see it probably come down towards $38, even as low as $38.20. But can we hold back above this level right here and use that to bounce back above $48? If we're capable of doing that, I will personally be going in. How likely is that? I don't know. Of course, we are seeing the interest rate hikes coming soon. There's a lot of volatility in the market. Bitcoin has been making a lot of crazy moves recently, falling back into its own ascending wedge. And so for that reason, I'm not going to say that that is for sure going to happen, but in a bullish scenario, that is the most likely thing that would happen if we're going to continue this move to the upside. Now, if it's going to continue to the downside, of course, the biggest thing I would be on the lookout for is, do we lose 38.27? It's simple as that. If we come down below the zone, we lose this zone. Personally, I would be expecting to see some losses, right? If we come down here and lose 38.27, I think that then loses this MLR, probably is going to back test and flip. And then from there, we're probably coming back, I would say. I mean, the next zone of importance, liquidity, would be around $33. So that alone could be a loss in itself of, you know, another 10 to 15% before we do have another key zone of support to try to bounce us back to the upside. Then there's a threat of the head and shoulders and all that good stuff, okay? So the biggest thing you need to be on the lookout for is 38.27. If we hold it, we continue back above 48, we're going bullish. If we lose 38.27 and we continue to the downside here, we're likely falling towards $32 to $31, which could be a loss of anywhere from 15 to 20%. At this given point, it does seem as if we are getting bullish momentum more than bearish momentum. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, which is my favorite one to gauge bullish and bearish divergence, we can see here that based off of the most recent local lows, you know, even from right here to where we are now, we have put in the higher low while putting in the lower low on the RSI. That is a good case of bullish divergence that says that we very possibly could continue to the upside here. So while we are above this 38.27 level, there's a strong possibility of us seeing a continuous move to the upside back above $48 and re-entering into bullish territory. But of course, that's not going to happen without Bitcoin bouncing back to likely $23,000 to $24,000 and the rest of the market making those moves. Okay, but overall, it definitely seems that based off of our 4-hour and our hour, you know, the 4-hour MACD losing momentum on the bearish side, kind of going back and forth, looking to flip bullish relatively soon on a good little green move here, that we definitely could see that move. So you should for sure set your notifications on your charts and pay very close attention, because there could be some beautiful trades coming in here. Okay, so that's that's pretty much it for today in terms of just general technical analysis. 38.27 is the key level of support. If we hold that, we need to get back above 48. If we lose that, we're likely falling to 31. So that allows you to plan your long trades and your short trades, so that no matter what this market does, you are as prepared as you possibly can be, and you can maximize your gains whether the market goes up or the market goes down. Now, before we do go ahead and wrap up this video, you guys do know that one of my favorite things to do on this channel is to bring you all different cryptos that I do believe have potential. I don't really focus my videos specifically on them because my main focus is the top 10 cryptos right now, but I do believe they can be little good lottery tickets and things that can bring extra gains, especially if you're not going in with money you are not afraid to lose. So with that said, of course, I wanted to bring you all one that piqued my interest that is actually launching just tomorrow. Now, this is AMAZY. Now, AMAZY's team reached out to me, and whenever I started to see all of the work going on behind the scenes of exactly what they're doing, there is a lot that they have been capable of doing. Now, AMAZY is a challenging fitness app with GameFi features. Here you wear trendy virtual sneakers and take a walk or jog to earn AMT tokens. Move more to boost your sneakers or get new ones. The project is being created by the team that has developed dozens of mobile games with over 2 billion installs. Now, you're going to notice that this is very similar to one we've seen recently, which was STEPN, or the GMT token itself, that had an amazing rise just earlier this year. Now, you can see here that STEPN's market cap is still at 570 million at a 5.7 billion fully diluted, even during the times that we are in now. So that definitely goes to show that there is potential within this move to earn industry. And I think that with the amount of things that AMAZY has been able to do, I definitely think they can follow in STEPN's footsteps steps and even take their own steps to kind of diversify out and become their own unique version of this move to earn movement. And I think that with them launching tomorrow, it was a good one just to mention. Of course, this is a sponsored segment of the video, but I do believe that there is potential here. I have invested into them myself because I think that there is potential, and it is definitely one, in my opinion, to check out. Now, tomorrow they will be launching on OKX at 12 UTC and on Bybit at 12:05 UTC. Now, I do understand that launches are extremely risky. A lot of the times, cryptos will launch and then they will come crashing down, find a level of support, and then start to figure out where they want to go from there. So I wouldn't be gambling all of your life savings into a launch. I don't think that's ever a good idea, but I think it is at least one to check out and do some research on and see if you like it. And if you do, of course, always let me know down in the comment section below. But with that said, that's going to be about it for today's video. Of course, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you can always let me know simply by smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And I will see you all next time. Peace.